Virat Kohli. It's a name that goes way beyond just the cricket pitch. He's not just some player, he's a global icon, a total phenomenon. But how did a kid from Delhi climb all the way to the top and become one of the greatest cricketers of all time? Well, let's get into the story of the man they call King Kohli. These words, they just nail it, don't they? They perfectly sum up his entire career. And they're not just descriptions, they are the absolute pillars of his legacy. And as we're about to see, these traits, they were there right from the very beginning.
So let's start at the start. Every legend has an origin story, right? And Kohli's is one of just pure dedication and unbelievable mental strength. It was forged in the fires of personal tragedy and professional ambition.
So picture this, Delhi, 1988. Kohli is born and he shows a passion for the game super early on. By the time he's just 9 years old, he's already training at the West Delhi Cricket Academy. And listen, this wasn't just some after-school hobby. This was his calling. His talent was just undeniable, and by 2006, he's making his first-class debut for his home state.
This right here, this is the moment that tells you everything you need to know about his character. At just 18 years old, the day after his father passed away, Virat Kohli chose to walk out onto that pitch and keep batting for his team. That single act of courage showed a kind of mental toughness that would become his absolute trademark.
That incredible resolve quickly shot him from the local circuits right into the global arena. This next chapter is all about his explosive arrival. It's where his potential met opportunity, and a brand new star was born.
2008 was just a massive year for him. First, he leads the Indian U19 team to a World Cup win, which put his name on the map nationally. That performance gets him drafted by Royal Challengers Bangalore in the very first season of the IPL. And then, just a few months later, bam, he's making his senior international debut for India. It was an absolutely meteoric rise.
And from that incredible rise came absolute dominance. We are now entering the era where Virat Kohli wasn't just a great player, he was the best in the world. This, my friends, was the reign of King Kohli.
He really quickly became a key part of that senior team, playing a huge role in massive victories like the 2011 World Cup and the 2013 Champions Trophy. His leadership was obvious to everyone, and by 2017, he was the captain across all three formats. He led India to this period of unbelievable success, especially in Test cricket, all while carrying the immense pressure and expectations of 1 billion fans on his shoulders.
And this is when the records just started to fall, one after another, at a pace that was just insane. First up, he becomes the fastest batsman in history to hit 8,000 runs in ODIs.
Then boom, he smashes the record for the fastest to 10,000 runs. That's a milestone few ever dream of reaching, and he did it faster than anyone ever. And he just kept going. He became the fastest to score 12,000 ODI runs. He wasn't just breaking records at this point, he was completely rewriting the rulebook on batting.
This incredible consistency, especially when the pressure was on, earned him that famous nickname, the Chase Master. So when India needed someone to guide them to victory while chasing a huge score, every single person looked to Kohli. His ability to just calculate an innings and soak up all that pressure was simply unmatched.
But look, no career is a straight line to the top, right? After years of just unparalleled success and carrying that enormous weight of expectation, Kohli hit a pretty challenging patch. But all that did was set the stage for a true champion's comeback.
So between 2021 and 2022, he steps down from the captaincy in all formats and goes through this rare dip in form. A lot of people started wondering, are his best days behind him? But he answered with a powerful comeback, silencing all the doubters and capping it all off with a massive 2024 T20 World Cup victory. And a huge part of that comeback was this historic moment during the 2023 World Cup. He actually surpassed the legend himself, Sachin Tendulkar, becoming the first player in history to score 50 centuries in one-day internationals, a truly mind-boggling achievement.
And then came the fairy tale ending. It's the kind of thing you see in movies. He played a pivotal role in India winning the 2024 T20 World Cup and, in a perfect, storybook moment, announced his retirement from T20 internationals right after lifting the trophy. A true champion going out on the ultimate high.
So, as his incredible career starts to wind down, what is the legacy that he's leaving behind? Beyond all the numbers and the records, what are we going to remember when we talk about Virat Kohli?
And then, In May of 2025, he also called time on his Test career. That decision officially brought one of the most decorated and impactful careers in the history of cricket to a definitive close. An era was truly over.
And what he leaves behind, well, it brings us right back to where we started, doesn't it? It's those very same traits. His legacy isn't just about the mountain of runs or all the broken records, it's that controlled aggression, that insane consistency, and that fire, that relentless hunger to win. And maybe most importantly, it's that unwavering commitment to fitness which completely changed Indian cricket, making tough standards like the yo-yo test mandatory and totally transforming the team's culture around diet and conditioning.
So, the final question is this. When all the statistics eventually fade and the dust settles on his career, how will history really remember the Kohli era? Will it be for the numbers, the raw passion, or for completely changing what it even means to be a modern cricketer? That's something for all of us to think about.